In other videos, we have looked at time planning and we looked at how strategy, tactical, operational, three levels are there in most organizations. Three levels is the simplest way of managing most businesses. So we can also look at career and skill sets required across three layers. It's over a period of time. So if there's a career of 30 years between the age of say 25 and 55, so we're talking about 10, 10, 10 years typically. It could be something less or more at each level, but if you're going to spend a decade in each of these three levels as an executive, so what would you need? At the initial first 10 years, you'd broadly require technical hands-on skills. You may move into supervisory positions, ops functions. So these are the technical skills that will keep you going. So this, if you look at the two diagonal lines, it tells you how much of it is needed. So you're going to be dominant is going to be technical skills. Slowly you have to move into human resource skills, and you need very little conceptual skills. Uh, uh, High maturity jobs may require conceptual skills even earlier. But broadly, this is what it means. It means that you need technical skills, you do need HR skills, and very little of conceptual at the supervisory management in the first decade of your career. In the next 10 years, it starts evening out. You would have to retain your technical skills to be able to lead teams and to be able to guide and do the crisis management and support. Uh, there may be components of being hands-on, boots on the ground, things like that in the middle thing, second decade of your career. You'll be more responsible for human resources with skill sets and planning of manpower, everything that goes into people management, person management. You'd also start interacting with customers and suppliers, much more so than at the supervisory level. And probably a bulk of customer and vendor management and handling outside persons happens at the middle level, in the middle decade of your career. Your conceptual knowledge has to start improving. You have to understand how to extrapolate, advance, and bring other functions into your learning. At the top management, your technical skills might not be that important. Um, you're still in a particular industry, whether it's healthcare or automotive. Uh, so it's important that you typically have moved up these in being in that. So technical is a small component, is a component, but it's a smaller component. Human resources are less important. Yes, you would have acquired that in the middle decade, in the last 10 years. You would have to have much more conceptual knowledge. The focus is on conceptual knowledge. And how do you acquire that conceptual knowledge? Because typically, as in many science fields, you tend to look at data analytics and look only at the science of it. There is also an art side of it, feelings, emotions, how people make decisions, perceptions. So conceptual knowledge has to come from, if you've been typically in the sciences field, then the big lacunar becomes arts. You've never been in the arts or entertainment, or how consumer behavior works, and how people behave, mob behavior, politicians, um, what's happening in the pandemic, fear, people are afraid. Um, then there is also the earlier thing of Wall Street and greed, and we talk about all those things. So all those things become the art or the soft skills or the non-science uh, side. Today we have a whole lot of fake issues, fake news issues, and how do you deal with alternate facts and all the things that are happening. So those are the art. So I broadly divide the conceptual skills into, on one half being the science side and the other being the art side. Everything that is non-data, not scientific, could be looked at as the art, where it is much more behavior, perception, and those kind of things. So if you're from the science side, then you need to know a lot more of the arts. And if you're from the art side and you're in the entertainment business, you're in the video business, you're in the films, if you're a music, then the need there on that side is to get more scientific and understand more data, being able to look at demographics, all the science of anything uh, becomes important. The technical aspects of becoming more digital today. When you get more digital, and the digital transformation means much more science knowledge. Cross industry learning is very important. You learn from other industries, automotive to healthcare, healthcare to entertainment. So different industries have, probably most problems have already been solved in other industries. So you can learn from that and adapt that to your industry is a very important top management skill. Also, between verticals, you probably have acquired that in the middle management. If there was job rotation and you've handled HR, you've handled finance, if you've handled inventory management, manufacturing, or procurement, So you understand various aspects of the middle management and layers, which is again cross-industrial. How does HR solve a problem is very different from how inventory management solves a problem. Shop floor people solve problems very differently from retail managers. The same people, same set of people, but the way they solve it could be very different in retail and manufacturing. So you do learn a lot of those skills, which become conceptual skills, because how do you adapt those concepts into other things? So most of our videos here are based on helping you with these conceptual skills and helping you learn. So we could do some mentoring exercises on how to develop those conceptual higher order uh, skills, as you may wish to call them. So how do you bring that learning? And we could mentor people through those processes. We have continued to use these three layers in various ways in our Klextra ERP platform as well. And we have other videos related to this. So please do have a look at those.